allow the children.
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. tó bá rúfin o. Máyégún wà mí. Àní ẹ̀ sọ́ra yìí. Máyégún ti.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching us. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, please, if you have read the caption of this broadcast, I advise that you should read the description as well. Yeah, like this, share it, to invite your friends and invite your not so friendly friends. Tell all of them that Mayegun today and tonight, we are taking on the most corrupt, the most evil organizations or institutions of the contraption, Nigeria, the police and the custom of Nigeria. Yesterday, the illegal police IG of Nigeria, Inspector General of Police, IG Egbetokun, who was speaking at an organized forum for the police community, something like that. I don't really care about what they were doing, but what he said there, Egbetokun was pretty much lamenting on the expose, which social media has become a very, very crucial part of. The expose on the criminality of Nigeria police force. You see, we've had the people that will tell you, those who have had the terrible experiences with the Nigeria police, they will tell you unequivocally that if you are being chased by criminals, armed robbers, and then you run into the police checkpoints, the ideal thing in that situation is possibly for you to run back to the armed robbers and let them rob you. Give them whatever you have. Because if you run to the police, they will not just only rob you, they may even kill you and then steal from you, only for them to turn around and say, well, you are an armed robber, just to hide whatever they've stolen from you. People have had terrible, terrible experiences. Nigeria policemen have been fingered. Thank God for the social media, we have to say. They have been fingered and exposed severally in the kidnapping ring. In fact, the kidnappers in Nigeria, we have two types of kidnappers in Nigeria. The official kidnappers and unofficial ones. The non-state actors, the ones that will kidnap you and ask for ransom. And the modus operandi, the modus of operation is similar. When you are kidnapped by unofficial kidnappers in Nigeria, it will threaten you to pay them ransom. Then they will ask you to call your loved ones, your family members, to bring the ransom money, or else they will kill you. The Nigerian police force, the policemen, they are similar. If they catch you or kidnap you, not only that, they will take you around to empty your bank account, they would also ask you to call your family members to bring in ransom money, which they call bail money. So, but social media has been so helpful, especially in that contraption. In the last 5 years, if we begin to track it, let's use the last 5 years, where evidence of extortion, kidnapping, and then threat to life have all been exposed on social media, which has forced the police hierarchy, the police leadership to act, to pretend to be like, law-abiding. So their police IG, which is illegal police IG, remember that Egbetokun's tenure actually ended sometimes in May this year. But thiefnubu had him to stay on. Yeah, he extended his stay illegally. And this Egbetokun has been fingered in all kind of other, shady criminality as well. Cover up, name it. But he's their police IG anyway. So in the gathering of this police force, he was talking about the complaint commission or complaint something in the police. He said, people should stop taking the matter to the social media, which according to him gives the police bad names. That they are doing everything to remove the bad eggs in the police force, and they have a complaint, a complaint section of their force that will take in all your complaints and they will act on it accordingly. Lies. We have seen a lot of a cover-up in the past, which has become so difficult and tough for them to do these days. When you have an encounter with a dear policeman, all you have to do is just make sure that you record the face-off, so to say. Record it, even if you are threatened, because that may be the only evidence you have. We've had policemen in Nigeria. There is actually this young man, Harrison Guamneshu, I think that's his name. He has this human rights sort of NGO that fights for the victims of police extortion in Nigeria. Harrison, I've got a few of his expose I'm going to share with you tonight. But let's start with this illegal police IG, Egbetokun, on why you should report to the police anything wrong, any wrong they've done, rather than go on to the social media to alert the world and make it difficult for them, right, to cover up. I'm coming back.
This initiative not only boosts our capacity for responsiveness, but also solidifies our dedication to maintaining open lines of communication with the citizens we serve. We have bolstered the capabilities of the Complaint Response Unit to ensure swift and thorough investigations into public grievances concerning police conduct. The CRU has been enhanced with a 24/7 feedback platform, allowing citizens to report incidents of misconduct as they occur. This initiative not only improves our responsiveness, but also reinforces our dedication to transparency and justice, ensuring that every citizen's voice can be heard and acted upon promptly. Furthermore, we have significantly enhanced the functionality of the Public Complaint Bureau, established under the First Order, to enhance its service delivery concerning public grievances. The PCB is now fully operational within every public relations office nationwide, providing an easily accessible platform for citizens to report police misconduct, swiftly investigated, and where warranted, corrective measures are properly enacted. This robust system does not merely address grievances, it actively fortifies our dedication to accountability, ensuring our actions align with our principles of service and integrity. Therefore, urge members of the public to utilize the effective services of this unit, which has been established in all states of the Federation, to report police misconduct, rather than resorting to social media. Our professionally trained and dedicated officers will promptly address reports to any of our PCB or CRU, ensuring swift justice for the aggrieved. Recent circulations of old videos unfairly portraying the police on social media mislead members of the public and exacerbates our current insecurity challenges rather than resolving them. We have noted recent surge in the recirculation of outdated videos depicting police misconduct. Many of these videos are several years old, but have been presented as current incidents to mislead members of the public and attract criticism and condemnation of the police force. I urge members of the public to please verify the authentication and timeline of these videos before they share or they circulate. For convenient reporting, contact the Public Complaint Rapid Response Unit, PCRRU, via the following phone numbers. For calls, you can contact our Public Complaint Rapid Response Unit on these numbers: 080570 00001 or 080570 00002. For text message, you can contact our Public Complaint Rapid Response Unit on 080570 00003. We also have a Twitter account and email. The respective state PROs will circulate their relevant phone numbers for this purpose.
Nuisance Lele.
He is a liar. That lies of sharing old video or circulating old video is the cheapest defense mechanism of these criminals. You know, before now, when the police kidnap you, all right, when they kidnap you, they will ask you to empty your bank account. You will withdraw the money. But since this T-Pain's time, ATM machines in Nigeria have no cash. So they have to do transfer. Sometimes they will take you to the POS to go and do transfer money into the account of the criminal policemen. Assault of citizens is also very rampant these days. Only few are actually capturing them on camera and posting them on social media. If you have any complaints and you call their CRU or something, I've been a PRU, Police Response Unit, you are on your own. Social media has been so useful that the moment you make it public, number one, they can no longer cover it up. Number two, the police officers involved, the criminals involved, they are apprehended within hours. So also the social media has also given the citizens a lot of leverage, because at that point, a lot of people will react. The reactions from, it's not just going to be from the contraption, it's going to be from all over the world. And they don't like that. We've had instances where, this is like everyday thing, that people trust the supposed social media activists to report police brutality, police extortion, and police threats. Because those social media activists, they have sizable followers or sizable followership, whereby once they put the information out here, boom, millions of people will see it. And then the police won't be able to cover it up. Not be all of them. Some cases, they still manage to cover them up. In Edo State, in Benin, a police officer, right, sexually, in fact, actually raped a young girl. You see, the girl was, the girl was arrested, or sorry, was invited to the station on the suspicion that the police wanted her. She's probably like about 18, 19-year-old girl, right? And the girl went to the police station in the evening, and this police officer raped the girl. His fellow police officer caught him, and he recorded. I don't know if some of you have seen the video online. I can't really show you because his penis was actually out there. Here you get where he was putting his trouser back on in the police station, inside police station. He raped the girl. And the police officer, a female police officer who made the video, was like, why would you do this? How can you do this? I'm going to expose you. This is so bad. Yeah. Guess what? For posting that video online, that female police officer has been suspended. And they are going to put her through what they call it, orderly room trial. So, people who have been victims of police extortion, they would rather speak to either put it out there themselves or just go ahead and speak to people who have a sizable followership on social media. And it has been the most effective way of, at least to some extent, curbing the police brutality, police extortion, and then police criminality. It is not as if that whatever Egbetokun, whatever one you want to call him, right? It doesn't matter what it says, it's never going to actually stop. Number one, I have noticed that despite the fact that so many exposés have been shared on social media to expose the corrupt criminal police officers in Nigeria, the tradition of extortion, intimidation, harassment, and even extrajudicial killing, right? They have never reduced in Nigeria. In part, Harrison Wamnishu is a very popular face in the fight against police extortion. And there have been so many times that his life, he himself has been threatened by the same police force in Nigeria for exposing what normally is their stalking trade. Like I said, I've got few of those victims who only got a reprieve after the intervention of private citizens in this matter. Watch this one.
I wrote whatever they said I should write. Now, one of them said, okay, since I don't have money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So total we have here is 10 million naira. This money was criminally robbed from a Nigerian, an NYSC youth corps member, who was traveling to River State. He was held by these officers, and the family had to contribute this money here. That's 10 million naira. That's what we have here. So it's recovered. My name is Harrison Wamnishu. We just left Yonogwa, AIG Zone 16, Yonogwa, Bayelsa State. All right. Some NYSC members traveling from Warri to Port Harcourt. They are Deltans. They were stopped at stop and search in Bayelsa State. Some officers who are now identified as surveillance team of the AIG Zone 16, Bayelsa State, took their phones from them and searched them. They found nothing. They searched the car. They found nothing. So they asked them to please to give them money for fuel. Because of the delay, they delayed them for almost 30 minutes. So the young man transferred 15,000 naira to the officer. This is the account he transferred the money to. And after he transferred this money to the officer, I think the officer holding his phone saw the debit alert on his phone dropped, and he saw that he has some huge amount of money in his account. So now they can't change them for him. Immediately he saw the debit alerts on his phone, they dragged them into the car and took them away. They drove them for about 2 hours in the bush, going from different location to another, until they now took them to Zone 16, Bayelsa, where they took them to the office and forced them to make some videos at the alleged internet fraudsters, Yahoo, and the rest of them. So they started telling them to tell the family to send money. They started calling friends and families, and they were sending money to their account until they got about 10 million naira, which they transferred to this POS account. Was paid to POS account. The officers involved in this case were just patrolling around the yard, like they were laughing at us. Say, no, we don't collect them now. We go still show we go still. They were like threatening us in the place. We now went to AIG office to go and say AIG. The PRO led us to AIG office, and the way the man shouted at me, the way the man treated me was very, very bad, and it shows that he is working with these guys. He's the one backing them. Because if you're not the one backing them, I don't see the reason why he should be angry with me. So the IG should call the AIG Zone 16 to order, because these guys have been doing this thing for so long. A lot of recovery has been made. These officers, nothing happened to them. Tomorrow again, they'll go back again to the road again to go and commit more havoc. The anti-courtesy unit of that same Zone 16, money was recovered just last 3 weeks. The officers, nothing happened to them. It continues. Now, after this recovery, now what happened next? They will still go back again to the road again to go and commit more havoc. Extort people, hold them hostage, and force them to transfer money into their account. It is criminal. It is criminal. And I believe these officers are the ones destroying the image of the Nigerian police force. They should be called to order. Morning. All right. This thing happened yesterday in Abuja, FCT. All right. And the police took money, wiped his account, sold his laptop. Like they went and sold his laptop to bail himself. And they came to his house. He said they searched his house, no warrant, nothing. They were armed. They threatened him. He was subjected to fear and torture. Stressed. He passed through, and they forced him to wipe out his first account, 700,000 naira, and then they took him to Barnes Plaza where he bought his laptop, and then they sold his laptop. This is very bad.
Greetings, fellow Nigerians. Yesterday, on the 8th of November 2024, being Friday, Nigeria police force came to my house. According to them, they don't have anything that describe them as police force. They don't have a uniform. They don't have an ID card. They don't show me any ID card. They just came on Murphy with AK-47 guns, 3 of them. They came inside my house. When I opened my door, they said there was a report about me. I asked them what was the report. They say, first of all, they told me it was kidnapping and drug petition against me. I told them that I don't even take alcohol because I have ulcer. So I don't even smell good close at all, talk more of drugs. They say, okay, they want to search my house. They say, okay. I said, okay, no issue. Because I was already afraid because of the gun they were carrying. They searched my house, turn my house upside down, like destroy my house, turn everything upside down, search my kitchen, my cupboard, find nothing, absolutely nothing. Now they found my laptop on my desk, They asked me what I do. I tell them I do freelancer and I do real estate. They asked me what I mean by freelancer. I tell them freelancer, you can do different things. Me, my own freelancer, I do shopping. I shop from Temu, I shop from Alibaba, I shop from different sites. I tell them that's what I do for a living. They say, do I know that it's a cybercrime? This. I told them I don't do cybercrime. That's what I use my laptop to. Because of so much pressure on them, 3 of them, they say they want to. One of them said, if I want to be alive, I should cooperate with them. I said, okay, no issue. They said I have to follow them to the station. They enter inside their car, their Lexus car, black Lexus car, ES350. I don't think it has a plate number, nothing, just normal civilian car they came with. Along the line, one of them said, I go raise them 30 million naira. I tell them I don't have 30 million. If I have such amount of money, I won't be staying in one room. They say I should go and look for 20 million. I tell them I don't have any. The highest property I have is my laptop and my phone. This is the only thing you guys find in my house. That's the highest thing I own in this world. I don't have more than this. They say, okay now. We get to the station. One of them started going through my phones, going to different my bank account, First Bank Access, every my bank account, started unlocking them. So you get to OPay and find 700,000 naira there. They say I should transfer the money to their money point. I should cooperate with them. I should not worry. I transfer because I was scared. I transferred the 700,000. Now they brought a statement, tell me what to write. I should write my biography and write I'm into cybercrime. I told them they said I should cooperate with them according to what I told me. I wrote whatever they said I should write.
We're supposed to be policemen, because the moment, the moment they come for you, at that point, if you have not been their victim before, these stories will sound more like unbelievable. Or if you have seen the level of terror they unleash on an average Nigerian, which they always profile, okay? If you see the amount of terror they will unleash, the fear, and in some cases, they actually get these victims killed. Yeah, they kill their victims if they have to. In fact, if they are so terrorizing enough that they can take just any of your property and confiscate them, not to be delivered or handed in as proceed of like exhibits of crime. No. There's one prominent one among them that used to be, and just before I even say that, the police hierarchy, starting from the police IG, okay, they are all in on it. In fact, when we were growing up, we were made to believe that the police AIGs, Assistant Inspector General of Police, for different zones, then down to the police commissioners, okay, area commanders, I think they are called as well. They will send out policemen to go and extort money, that they actually give them targets. A senior police officer will give all the junior police officers targets. They will put together a team. They give them different names: squadron base, squadron team, police IG special squad, this one squad, that one squad, cultist, anti-cultist squad, this and that. Their job is not to go after the cultists. Those ones they call anti-cultists. They don't go after cultists. Those ones they call anti-robbery, like the SARS, they don't go after armed robbers. They go after profiling young Nigerians and Nigerians in general. So their senior officers will give them targets. There's this one that I won't forget. It was one area commander that was brought to Ijebu that time or that year. And he had a party, I think his in-law, that's his wife's mom, died. And they now gave targets to the police, all the police officers under him, that he needed a certain amount of money, like maybe 10 million naira. Back then, that's a huge amount of money. And the police officers were to go and find that money within a week. So they became so overworked enough that they were arresting market women for some makeup crimes just to extort them. And it became a thing around the Jabu that time. They said, oh, it's the IG looking for money, AIG looking for money. So in Nigeria, it is believed that that police officer, that dirty looking police officer that is wielding AK-47 on the road, intimidating and threatening that Okada riders, taxi drivers, and collecting 50 naira, 100 naira from them, is working for his own senior colleagues, and that money, okay, would actually get to the police IG at the top. That every penny they are taking from the people on the streets, once they hand them over to their own DPO, the DPO, which has been given a target, you, Mr. DPO, every month you must bring in 10 million naira. So all the divisional police officers under that area commander, they have their targets, how much they have to bring, because the area commander himself also paid to become the area commander. The AIG paid to become AIG. Everybody bribed to be given that senior appointment. So, and they need to remit some certain amount of money every month. That is how the Nigeria police force became so much like the den of criminals. It's not hidden. So when you see this squad, that squad, going out to extort people, 10 million naira, 20 million naira, 5 million, the 100, you know, all this money is not, they are actually not for the police officers alone. The money has to get to the top there, that even the police IG, that police IG that spoke earlier, makes more than 100 million naira every month from extortion across Nigeria. And that is why some of these police officers, even if they are caught, they are never punished until social media came. And the faces of these criminals are always like there in public. And to save face, the police will now arrest them, parade them. And that's, sometimes they will say they've dismissed them. Well, most of the time it's all lies, right? They don't dismiss them. What they will do is that if you commit that crime and you are exposed in Ogun State, to satisfy the media, they will take their picture, they will do all of that, and they will tell you that they've been arrested, they are going to be tried, or they'll be dismissed from the police force. Then the next thing you are going to see is that they will move them from Ogun State to places like Zamfara or Nasarawa or somewhere far away, so that you will never come across them on the road again. As no, this police officer was paraded as a criminal then. And this is not the, you know what I mean? Except the ones that actually kill people, and it became public. Those ones are like, okay, we've dismissed them to go and stand trial for murder. But for extortion, kidnapping, extortion, and all that, because they are not alone, they are working for their superior officers, including their police IG. Let's finish this. Here is another part of that convo.
I wrote whatever they said I should write. Now, one of them said, okay, since I don't have money, I don't have anybody to call that will raise money for me, then we should go and sell my laptop. So they took me back to the place I bought the laptop. I should tell, along the line, they said I should tell where I buy the laptop, I should tell him that he should refund me some money. I need money urgently to save my life. I have people in the hospital. Are you getting me? He should refund me the money, everything I bought the laptop. He should refund me so I can use the money and solve my issue. So we got to the place I bought the laptop. The seller said he will only rebuy it 1.6. My laptop I bought MacBook laptop I bought 2.4 million. The man bought it without receipt 1.6 million naira. So transfer into my Access Bank account. So we left the man's shop back to the station and got into the station. They now brought their POS to empty my account, empty the 1.6 million they sold my laptop, and plus the 700,000 naira they already transferred out from my account to their money point account. Are you getting me? This is the only thing that happened. They found nothing incriminating on me. I asked them who made the report. They didn't reveal anything. They didn't allow me to call my lawyer. They didn't allow me to do anything on my phone apart from the transaction they forcefully collected from me.
The bar, what do you have to say about this, please?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it's a very unfortunate incident that the police is still practicing that obnoxious lifestyle. And it's an infringement of his fundamental rights to privacy. Ordinarily, they ought not to even have access to his laptop, except there's a search warrant. It's his fundamental right to private
They
life.
also open all his bank apps,
Yes,
looking for money.
It's an infringement of his privacy. His right to private and family life. It has been infringed upon, and thereafter, extortion is also a criminal offense. So altogether, it's frowned upon and it's actionable in law.
All right. So the young man is accusing AIG Zone 7 Abuja. That's Wuse.
Yes.
That's where the office is located. I am calling on the IG of police, the AIG Zone 7, the first public relation officer, to look into this matter as soon as possible. These people cannot be officers of the law.
Never.
They cannot be officers of the law. A whole lot is happening. From Zone 16 Bayelsa down to Zone 7 Abuja.
Well, every time zone.
Zone. This zone people are causing a lot of issue. Even Zone 2 in Lagos, Oniko, those ones, they collect money through Bitcoin, through coin. Imagine, they are now turned digital extortion. It's wrong. Look into this matter as soon as possible, because Nigerians are no longer safe in the hands of some of these bad officers. They are good officers. But these bad ones are covering the goodness of the good ones in the system. All right, let's get update before Monday about this matter and see how it is resolved. Thank you.
This is the money that has just been recovered from the Bayelsa State Zone 16 police headquarters here. 1,098,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is the 98. Then here is 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a total of 1,098,000 naira fully recovered from the Bayelsa State Zone 16 command.
They ask for $10,000. They give me papers to write that if I write anything they tell me to write, they are going to leave me to go and catch my flights. I for lock up the money, debts, I no fit. Na big money.
Good evening, my name is
big. Wanna help me, Nigeria. 1 million naira no be small money right now. No be small money before safe. Wanna help me recover my money. I video the guy, I catch his face, see my hand. This is evidence of many thumbprints where they carry me the thumbprints. I thumbprint everything. They even made the video of me. They made a video of me telling me what to say, showing me where to sign so I won't be able to recover these funds, trying to get evidence. I don't know where they get the pictures where they print out from. I don't have those pictures in my phone, but they print out pictures and print out these things from one place. They don't connect my phone to anything. But I saw this, they snapped me. I don't remember how those things stay. They give me paper to sign. I signed, and they collected the 1 million. I asked my sister to send it. They even asked for my blockchain wallet. I don't know where to concern police with my blockchain wallet. I beg. When I may recover my money, I beg. Now music I do. I know they do fraud. I'm just an upcoming artist. I just came from South Africa. I came from South Africa to push my music, to promote my music. I did go house to go see my mom before I experience this thing. Please, you guys should help me. I recover my 1 million naira. Thank you.
In Nigeria. So I don't know if you all remember the video my DJ Honorable Harrison Guamushi posted on social media concerning a young man that was extorted by the policemen. The amount is 2.3 million. With the help of Nigeria Police Force, they were able to identify with the help of the IG and all the members of the Nigeria Police Force, they were able to identify the bad egg within them, and they are currently under detain, and the money has been recovered and handed over to the young man. So please, General Republic, take notes. Thank you.
OC, I actually saw your comment on YouTube. You see, the reason why Nigeria will remain a shithole is because of the mentality of people like you. You see, in Nigeria, profiling people is a thing. you will see some older guys that ordinarily the way you look, they will call you a criminal. For example, if you plait your hair, we have some of these, not just the older guys, there are even some younger guys too, who have been socially sort of, conditioned, right, to look at you and automatically call you a criminal in Nigeria. If you dress in a certain way, you are considered a criminal. Okay? And they will use the word, even your hand is not clean. And that's exactly how the Nigeria police also acts. Profiling. Okay? Why are you using, in a poor country, why are you using a phone why are you using iPhone, for example? You must either be into something criminal. That is why in a poor country like Nigeria, you are using a phone that is over ₦1 million. In Nigeria, when they see you driving a nice car, you must be into something shady. They need to investigate. You must, why? I mean, where did you see money to buy this kind of car? And most of this is coming from the background of the poverty mentality, which is synonymous to that contraption, unfortunately. And also it's coming from the, the position of, what I can call jealousy. Me, since I have been working, you will hear a police officer that will tell you that since he has been working for the past 20 years as a police officer, he cannot afford to buy this type of phone that you are holding. Since he has been a police officer, since I have been working in my life, not even police officer, you will see some other failed people in life, right? They automatically just believe that because they have failed in life, you shouldn't be driving a nice car at your age. How old are you? That you are driving a nice car. You must be into something shady. They should hold him well. Officer, hold him well. Hold him very well. His hand is not clean. And I bet that is the, you must be coming from that background. And this is not limited to those people who are living in Nigeria alone. There are some people who live abroad too, and they have that same mentality. Despite the exposure that they have been exposed to, when they go to that contraption, they expect everyone there, and they are surprised. You see this young man, this money you have is more than you. You must be into Yahoo Yahoo. Or if you carry a laptop in Nigeria, you must be into internet fraud. There is a generation that permanently believe that. And there's nothing you can tell them. Nothing you can tell them. Tell them you are into freelancing, or you are into vlogging, or you are into a BTC, this or that. They no go believe you. It is either you are into money ritual, or you are a fraudster. And this is the same mentality of some of those who are carrying guns as police officers in Nigeria. So if you read the comments, don't be surprised that we have people who are actually pretty much like those police officers too. But you would now think, okay, police officer, because I am using a 2 million naira phone, okay, right? And I must be into, you are suspecting me that I must be into something criminal, Abi. And your job is to what? Look for evidence that I am into something criminal, Abi, and bring me to justice. Not plan to extort me and take over everything. Because in Nigeria, they will tell you you are too young. That money is too much. He's just 28 years. A 28-year-old man. He don't build house. He don't buy car. What till they do? Let us be honest. He had no claim. He had no claim. He must be into something. Let me tell you something. I have been working. What are you telling me? I am a 58 years old man. I have been working in my life. I know what it takes. I have never bought a bicycle. But look at this young man. He's just 25. 25 years old. He's driving Lexus. He's driving this. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody is suspected to be into anything criminal, the job of the law enforcement officer or law enforcement agency is to what? Investigate you. And if you are involved in anything criminal, what should they do? Arrest you, prosecute you, not extort you, or even attempt to kill you. In Nigeria, they may even kill you. You remember that Oshtelo, Abba Oshtelo Kiari? That mofo, that drug dealer. The guy would profile his victims. He will intimidate them. A lot of them also are so, they're so kind of like ignorant too. I wouldn't probably say totally ignorant, but because it depends on the country you are. Normally, if you know your rights, you don't have to say anything to a police officer. But in that place, Abba, they will force you to make video that you are a fraudster. Then they may even kill you and take over your properties. Abba Kyari took people's properties after killing them. He will kill them and he will call them kidnappers. Since they are dead, their family members, a lot of them would possibly just have to avoid speaking out. And because of this, there are so many people's properties that Abba Kyari had to confiscate for himself. Cars, houses, hotels. Abba Kyari took somebody's hotel in eastern Nigeria. I think it's in Owerri, in Imo State. He picked the guy up. He targeted him. He found him, right? He tortured him to death. Then he took over his hotel. Abba Kyari employed people to be working in the hotel, and they are paying him the proceeds from the hotel. Police officer. So it is so rotten that because people have no one or nowhere to really run to when you get entrapped in the hands of these rogues. And somehow, the proceed from all of this also reaches the desk of whoever is the police IG, and they will cover them up. Once they say you are a criminal, you are likely never going to come out of it. Ever. And they will do everything. And I mean everything to make sure that you never see the sunlight again in that contraption. And because it is a society where the poverty mentality itself is so endemic, and we have somebody like OC that will say, you will see, the hand is not clean. And that is what they are in that contraption. So the only place where people seems to get a little bit of closure is the social media. Once they put their story out, the police is put on the, is put on the spot. They are unable to hide a lot of this stuff anymore. So they will be looking for the scapegoats that they can use. So I am going to advise you, if you have any encounter with them, please put it on social media. Record it and put it on social media. That is the only place you have a bit of a closure. It doesn't mean that you're going to get justice per se. There's a chance that in the court of public opinion, you may kind of get so a little bit closer to having something called a justice. If you therefore pick up the number, say hello, sir. My name is Seyi. I'm calling you because I have a report that your police officers, your officers, they are harassing people here. They are collecting money from them here. and all of that. About they will release your detail to the same officers and they will kill you. Fisayo Shoyombo, the investigative journalist from the FIJ, Foundation for Investigative Journalism. Fisayo, you know Fisayo? Well, Fisayo has been exposing. That one is for Nigeria police. So this time around, let's talk about the customs. The Nigeria customs. Another den of criminals. Their job is to secure the borders of Nigeria, especially the land borders of Nigeria. Or rather than do that, they have become parts. In fact, they have become the problems instead of being the solution. Smugglers from northern Nigeria to to the southern part of Nigeria, they are in pari passu, in cahoots with this supposed institution that was supposed to keep all of us safe from whatever is called contraband that shouldn't come into the country. Their job is to keep us safe from those things. But rather, they are now part and parcel. They've always been, but this is 2024 with evidence. Drug dealers, gun runners, terrorists, human traffickers, name it. They are in bed with the Nigeria custom. And then we are at their mercy. Last week, Fisayo exposed the planned smuggling of over 6 million kg of bag of rice. They made video, they released it, tagged the Nigerian custom. Now we have now discovered that the smugglers, they are not just smugglers, they are business partners. They are partners in crime with the top shot of Nigeria custom. You would think that exposing that, like blowing the whistle on it, that, hey, there were thousands of cars loaded with rice, frozen turkey, guns, weapons, drugs, name it. Nobody even knows the entire content of what they want to smuggle into Nigeria. But it was like a long convoy of cars headed for Nigeria. So if Nigeria ban importation of rice, and Nigeria ban other contraband, they call them contrabands, right? So the ideal thing is for the custom to what? To stay alert and ensure that those things don't get into the country. Because when they get into the country, there are many losses here, starting with nobody knows the quality of that food they are bringing in. Nobody, the rice, the turkey or the chicken they are bringing in. Nobody knows the quality of them, health and safety of those things. Also, once you bring in all this smuggle stuff into the country, nobody knows what other contents are in the cars they are smuggling into the country. Because there's not going to be any check. Don't check them. So you would think that expose last week would be enough to deter these guys. No, it didn't. It did not alert the customs. It did not deter the smugglers. They still went ahead and they did it, right? Last night, those thousands of cars entered Nigeria unchecked. Nigeria lost revenue that normally is called the tariff. If you have to bring those things in, you have to pay to bring them in. But because they are smugglers, they paid no dime. Rather, they had to just bribe the police, the customs, the military guys, the soldiers, the DSS, all of them mounted their own roadblocks from Seme to Badagry in Lagos. From Owode, from Topa to Owode in Ogun State. The entire route was left open for these guys. I think it was actually 2 nights ago. Rather than get them checked to see the content of what they are smuggling into Nigeria. And this is something that they actually do every week. I told you that before. The chief smugglers from that southern part of Nigeria, Ibrahim Dende and then Abuga and few others, they have the days they give to them. Nigeria Custom, they give them days. On Tuesday is your own turn. Tuesday, your own day is Tuesday. Your own day is Wednesday. Your own day is Thursday. For the Ogas, you have to help us smuggle. You have to help the Ogas also smuggle some things, okay, for Ogas' wives. Baba, the wives of the custom officers, they have association. They are the ones who are, once you see the wives of the custom officers in Nigeria, they are dealers too. They are the ones dealing in rice, frozen chicken, you know, and every other thing that, every other contraband. They have an association. The association is also affiliated to Rat, thiefnubu's wife. I think, was it today? Today? No, it was actually like, yeah, I think it was, I believe it was today. They said that Rat, I'm going to go check. They had Rat that was commissioning the, one second, I'm going to see, because I saw that earlier. And I was like, oh, Nigeria Custom. So thiefnubu's wife was commissioning a building donated to the Nigeria Custom by the wives of custom officers in Nigeria. You get? I'll show you that. Let me put this up first. So you will think because the expose was out there that these guys were bringing in contraband into Nigeria, they will be deterred. No, no. Nigeria is so lawless that they still went ahead. The quality of this video is not that great, but pay attention to what is going on in this next clip of these hundreds, if not thousands, of smugglers into Nigeria.
Now, I've gotten to Adagun, but I need to go and turn at Mugo, so I will just follow them direct. These are the, have you seen them? Let me do my this thing very well so that, are you seeing them? And then be this. This is Adagun. You can see them there, they pack everywhere. So I just want to, let me go and follow Mugo and Ton so that I will capture them very, very well. You see all of them. This is where they want to collect another tag to proceed to Lagos. Now here they want to collect tag again now, Lagos tag. And then be this, so see where they pack everywhere. So make I just go turn so that I go face them. They come so that the video go longer where you can see them. See, this is from my Adagun to Mugo. You can see them. Just see them, see them. So let me go and face them so that I go pick them very well. So, and then with that, custom checkpoints, they move here. So, custom checkpoints. As you can see, custom again patrolling. As a custom helix. Put the patrol up and down. They think say they're wise, though. But it's fine. They escort them. See them, oh? There's a checkpoint. Have you seen it? This is a custom checkpoint. They are collecting tag from them. They are collecting tag from them. That is custom. Going in my front. So I want to go and face them. Oh. Let me just face them and video them very well. Thank you. As you can see, you are seeing customs patrolling. As you can see. So, see them. All these places are custom checkpoints. They are collecting tag from those people. Are you seeing it? They are cowboys. They are collecting tag from all these people. So, you can see custom e-locks. Can just imagine what a country after custom go say there is this. See this one, I will show you very well. You see the rice? They will say they sees 1 million bahts, they see 2 million bahts. It was those ones that they used to say to them. It was those ones. Do you see the bridge? This is the bridge. So there's no way you can escape this bridge. So if they want to lie that they are following Butch or anywhere, it's a lie. It's a lie. See them, I'll take my time. Capture everything. All of them I want to go and park at Adagun. I will still go to that Adagun and do their video. You see the way all of them park after they don't pass all these checkpoints from Seme, Ode, to roundabout. They'll go and park at Adagun, call another tag that will lead them to Lagos. So those tags they will present to Lagos. See them. I see them. See them. See them. See them. Capture everything. Now,
the problem again is that no one is able to ascertain the content apart from the visible. So apart from the visible one, the physical bags of rice, there are other stuff in all those cars. And those who are supposed to actually really check them to see that this stuff they are bringing into Nigeria, they are good or healthy for human consumption. Nobody is able to check the quality of those things. But they pack them from God knows where. And all headed to Nigeria. And those who are paid to prevent you from eating what will cause you cancer, what will kill you slowly. When others are making their blood money, those who were paid, government officials who were paid to prevent that, all they care about is the rubber they are giving to them so that they will give them a pass. It's called pass. So, like that guy said, that theory of smugglers smuggling stuff through the bush doesn't seem to really hold water anymore. It's like that was in the olden days when the customs used to still do their job to some extent. That is when smugglers always pass through the bush. These days, they pass through the main road. They just have the days they're given to them. Okay? If you are a smuggler and you belong, they have days they give to them that on this also day, now your day, just pass, pay us, bribe us, and all of that. Everything you want to bring into Nigeria, you are welcome. So, putting the lives of everybody in danger because of corruption, because of the bribe that they will give to them. And this goes on every week. Thousands and thousands of cars were passing like that, bringing in everything into the country. Whatever you want to bring in, you are welcome. You want to bring in guns, weapons for criminal activities and all of that, you are welcome. Just do it through the right channel. The right channel is the channel of the approved smugglers. Smugglers Republic. Now the guy has turned back to give us a proper view of this roguish enterprise, the culpability, the collusion of those who are supposed to keep you safe. You know, that's what corruption does. Corruption endangers the lives of everyone. Whether they are bringing in fake drugs, they are bringing in drugs, illicit drugs, they are bringing in weapons, they are bringing in substandard food, substandard product, whatever it is they are bringing into the country. Nobody to hold them. It is a free pass as long as they can bribe. And then you and I will be the victim in a country where you have no real health care. And when you fall sick of consuming all of this, they will tell you that call of us a little, a spiritual problem. They will need to go and use a spiritual solution for you. This is what corruption does to people. It destroys a country. It destroys our people. And it kills them slowly. Corruption of bribery and corruption is called. Watch the rest.
On this road is Baji at Badagry. As I've seen all these checkpoints, I don't know how come that they are allowing all this rice. This is rice coming out. This is where they collect their tag at Baji. You have millions of checkpoints, as you can see them. See, they are coming out from the filling stations. That filling station where they used to collect tag. And we have millions of checkpoints. So, I don't know I don't know how come. Who gave these people license to be doing all this smuggling? We have customs, about almost like 10 customs checkpoints, police. We have police, as you can see, police van. You see them? Are you seeing them? As you can see them, these are rice. Rice. I will make a U-turn now. You have plenty checkpoints of customs, police, NDLE, soldiers. I want to make a U-turn. You see them now. Smuggling has become something that is, just see. See that they are collecting money. Smuggling has become something that is legal in Baragui Semen. You see them? You see all these cars? Loaded with rice. They carry, what do we call it? They carry drugs, new materials, turkeys. Nobody's to search them. They will collect tag, collect money from these people then. They don't want to know what is inside the vehicle. Is it only rice? Is there anything? They move everything. You can see them, they are collecting money. You see them the way they line up. All these vehicles. They want to collect tag and pass all these checkpoints for free. This is Baji, this is the bridge. This bridge, there's no route you can escape this bridge. You have to follow this bridge. And we have thousands of checkpoints, customs, police. You can see them from Owode. These are the ones coming from Owode. Eh? All of them want to come and collect tag. Eh? Imagine. Eh? Imagine. Customs are making billions in this place here. Billions. See them. I'll capture everybody, as you can see them. Collect money. They are loaded with rice, turkeys, drugs, new materials. Nobody's checking them. Imagine, see this place. I don't just understand why this country is like this. I don't make this police guys have for video. All this one they come from all the way they line up too. I think all this one is okay. More than 2,000 vehicles every night. See them. As you can see them. Yeah. Just see them. Imagine. Ọba ni wọ́n ṣe wèrè fún ọ yá wèrè ni. Idiot them.
Just that. So those who think that contraption can still be saved, maybe this will help your research. Because you have to have an idea of where are you going to start from. Where? 3 young men blew whistle on these smugglers' activities. That means they told the Nigeria custom of all of this stuff going on in their area. Rather than for the Nigeria custom to go after these smugglers, what did they do? They gave the identity of these, the whistleblowers. They gave the identity to the smugglers. And guess what happened? This.
Informant. Chana will send you money, suffering, but will send you money. You don't need to root, but they will be your man for you. Close share, kill just Solano. I kill Solano. I want to send the Ulare. I want to send the Ulare.
There's actually more bloody videos of those guys. You see those guys that look like criminals on your screen? They were the law-abiding citizens of the contraption. They were hired by the custom as informants, only for them to now blow whistle on this, the activities of these smugglers and all that. You know what happened? They released their identity to the smugglers. And that's what happened afterward. They were beaten. Some said they have been killed. They beat them so bloody that they posted their videos on social media to let you know that it is a big crime to be a law-abiding citizen in a lawless country. It is a big crime. And that is Nigeria. That is Nigeria. Or that is what Nigeria has become. On that same social media, we have had the supporters of the smugglers who have been saying that they should kill those guys, kill them. That they spoil people's business, waiting with their own. They are spoiling people's business. They are and they should, in fact, I don't even know why they are beating them. They should kill them. Nigerians, so they were asking them to be killed. They're asking those guys to be killed for exposing crime. So would you want to be a whistleblower of crime in Nigeria? Would you? And this is why a lot of them will blame you and ask you, who sent you? Now, who sent you? So if some of us tell you that you want to fix Nigeria, where do you really want to start from? Where do you really want to start from? Some believe that a good, if Nigeria have good leadership, that it can trickle down and possibly fix the rest of the rot in the society. And I'm like, hi, right. Where do you want to start from? Eh? It breaks heart, man. Honestly, it does. But it is what we have to deal with. You get killed for nothing. They will tell you that don't step on the toes of big people. Big people are the criminals. These are the big people. In 2024, those who are supposed to keep us safe, they are those who are after our lives. For what? For peanuts. For peanuts. So that they can take the money and buy themselves fancy cars like African Wala just postulated there, right? So that they can what? They can buy fancy cars. They can claim to be better off in the poverty capital of the world. They are better off. What work do you do? What do you do for a living? I'm a custom officer. Custom officer, I be uniformed criminal. So between the police and the customs, you know, I don't know which of them is pretty much like more dangerous. I mean, if I have to give them the medal, right? I can't give one first and give the other second. It seems to be on the same pedestal. The danger to humanity, the danger to Nigerians, institutions that is so corrupt that the lives of Nigerians have become almost nothing. No value. It's of no value. The criminal politicians are doing their own there. The institutions as well, those who are manning those institutions, male, female, they are as criminally minded as you can, as they come. It's unimaginable. It's unbelievable. Who do you turn to? Who do you turn to? All of it for what? For immediate gratification, for pecuniary gratification, little money, and all of that. They claim to be millionaires, billionaires on people's blood. People's blood. Nigeria no get border. You know that. They don't even have the resources to protect the borders of Nigeria. They don't have the resources. They're so corrupt. It is so, like, they are so dangerously corrupt. And a lot of you who are family members, who are either custom officials or importers and exporters of, what do you call it, who are working as a smugglers, but you are calling them importer and exporter. I don't know what to say to you. Oh, man. If I sit down and I think about it all, I am like, we'll see hope for Nigeria, man. And it is going to shake me. We'll see hope for Nigeria. You see, a lot of you believe that if you go and if you have a good leader, how can a society like this produce anything good? How? Let's be honest now. Ask yourself, a society like this, how can a society like this produce anything good to start with, except for the delusion, the delulu that some of you are putting yourself? Deluded set of people. Where do you want to start from? The mind of an average Nigerian is so criminal that he will normalize it. And the only reason why he will complain is if he is not benefiting from the crime. Because they always envisage themselves that maybe one of these days they will be the beneficiary. Where do you want to start from? The criminal politicians are empowering other criminals so that the whole place is just like a crime scene, man. They caught this guy. They said this is Alowonle is working for, what do you call his name? Governor Adedansa of Oshun. I caught him with a Beretta, a gun, and some bullets, right? And I saw that online.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, somebody should come and take this from me.
Who they supply? Who they supply? Who they supply the bullets?
The bullet in read.
Police. Hi, God.
Security.
Security. Get an empty bag, put it inside. Put the exhibit there. Who supplied you these bullets? Where did you get them from?
Police.
Which police is that?
Don't
worry, we'll ask him later. You will tell us later. Continue your search. Huh?
Instead of you to speak up now.
ẹ ṣe pé o mú àwọlé wà á dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ńgbà yẹn náà ó yẹ kó sọ̀rọ̀.
So what does the people buy time to me?
This one pass me. Hey, what is that? Number one, come see you. I don't see him. What is that? Hey, Barata.
This English.
Hey.
We call it English.
English kind of fish where they use it. Egbele.
Huh? Nnamdi Kanu said Nigeria is a zoo. I think that is pretty much like a fancy name to call that place. It's not a zoo. It's a jungle, man. Do you see the reaction of supposed police officers doing stop and search? Hey, hey, we call it English. English. Hey, I don't see anything. Oh, hey. Is a known political thug in Osun. They call him Alowonle, and he works for Ade Jackson, the governor of Osun State now. So the people that shared the video, they are APC, Egbekebe in Osun, to say, hey, Ade Jackson want to kill all of us. So, but that is not the reason why I'm actually sharing the video myself. It's just to show to you that the proliferation of small firearms, illegal guns in the hands of political Oshins in Nigeria is so much that if Nigeria starts a civil war tomorrow, there is actually more guns than human beings in Nigeria right now, courtesy of those who opened Nigeria border, who are collecting bribes at the border, and these weapons are filtering into the country. Politicians have a way of securing them, or if you can find one yourself, that may be your own ticket for working for a politician in Nigeria. Go and get a gun. If you need bullets, there are corrupt police officers that will sell you bullets. The Nigerian police officers who will steal the bullets from their own armory to sell to criminals. That is Nigeria. Imagine a police officer in the UK stealing the weapons to sell to criminals. Like, Iluti Daruni here now. Country don't scatter with that now. Imagine a police officer in America packing all the weapons, ammunitions, to sell to criminals. That's what you have in that contraption. And that is why they are like gone for hire. Somebody like me now, who no get anything, who no get anybody, who no know anybody, right? People like that, gone for hire, they feel offended. How dare you talk to our governor like that? We'll go teach you a lesson. You go just carry in Beretta, take police soldier where ammunitions, bullets, and be looking for me all over the place. I told you now, about 3 of them, they said 3 people came to look for me during my mom's burial, my mom's wake, right? I've told you this story before. Courtists, they called them, they said they were courtists. These are dangerous guys who have access to guns. And they felt like I was talking too much about their political godfathers in Ogun State. So they realized that I was around for my mom's burial. And they came to my hometown to look for me. That they just wanted to have a chat with me. Those who saw them felt like, no, Badero will never have anything to do with you guys. We know who you are. It won't have anything. It would never. There's no chance that he will even know you guys. Tell us what you came for. I said, we just want to have a chat with him. You know, he talks too much. Yeah. And those ones were like, nah, correct guy, Badero na correct guy, Allah no one, this and that, you know what? You cannot have a chat with him. Number one, he's not in town now. Okay, we are still waiting for him to come. But you can't. Baba, you cannot. See, come. What would you like to drink? Well, they now took them somewhere, gave them drink. They had a wee chat, and they left. Because these are the young men that the politicians have denied opportunity to actually have a real life, but they have access to gun. So maybe if they got me that night, by the time they flash the gun, right, and tell me that if I scream, they will kill me. So follow us. So the next thing, they will just have to take my picture, send it to one of the criminal politicians in Ogun State and say, we have him. What do you want us to do for him? About you go pay also. About if you take care of us, we can delete him now. That's the word. We will delete you. Illicit guns everywhere in that contraption. Gun for hire. And as you have them in PDP, you have them in APC, you have them in most of these other group like that. They are just gun for hire. Because all these guns, most of them are not made in Nigeria. They are made from somewhere else and smuggled into the country, found their ways into the hands of the young people that have been denied opportunity in life. And they just have to create their own opportunity. They have to create their own opportunity. Go and get a gun. Okay? And then you can walk about and claim to be a courtist. All right? And if that one is not paying well, you can possibly go rob people. Gun for hire. This is what Nigeria is. And some of them are watching me too. Maybe 1, 2, 3 of them are watching my video and they're like, man, if I get this guy last on, they don't have to even send them to go and do some things. They will do it. And then they will say, I had to delete you. They say, hey, good job, boys. Well done, boys. You know what? I would tell my PA to see you. And then the PA will drive to somewhere and give them money, 100,000, 200,000, or 1 million naira. And they will kill people just for the killing's sake, so that they can earn their own peanuts. That's what Nigeria has become. It's a sad one, though. Very sad. When I saw that, I was like, I will show you. Anyway, there is a group called I'm going to try and see if I can remember what because it's so ridiculous, right? There is a group called the National, hang on. No, it's called the Coalition of Nigerian Youth Leaders. That's the name. Coalition of Nigeria Youth Leaders. They said they have endorsed Seyi thiefnubu as the next governor of Lagos State. Okay, that was when some the obidients jumped on that. They're like, this one go tough because Seyi's wife is Igbo from Anambra. They go allow him to be governor like this. The Ronukus. the Yoruba Ponus, the Ponu Baatstards. I don't think they will support this one. Oh. So people are like saying that we don't think they will support this one. Oh. And they're not ready or willing to disappoint anyone. The Ponus came and said, no, Seyi's wife is not from Anambra. Seyi's wife is Lebanese Igbo. I don't know. They said that Seyi's wife is a Lebanese Igbo. She is not Igbo. I was like, what's the difference, right? She's from Anambra State. No, she's not from Anambra. Okay. So, una go really actually like go for Seyi if his wife is not from Anambra. So, and then to make, to mock them more, the obedience who are Igbo. So like, the fact that Seyi's wife is Igbo, we are going to support our in-law to become the next governor. So this guy should not come back and begin to call him Seyidinma or Seyichukwu or Seyi, what other names? They have different ones. Seyinedu. You get. But I remember in their last charade, when Seyi went to Anambra to say, you know, my wife is from here. Sir, thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate you, sir. And he was given a chieftaincy title. I don't know the name. Our son, our in-law. You get. So the Ronukus are now pretty much like trying to kind of spin it. You get? Because how can they reject Seyinedu? And now they would have to deal with Seyinedu, Abi Seyichukwu, Abi Seyidinma. Because they would have to find a way around it. Okay? Somehow, everything is leading all of now back to Anambra. Where they say, go back to Anambra, go back to Anambra.
This is also home to us, and my wife is from Anambra. But that being said, the purpose of our visit here is to come and pay homage as we enter Anambra. And thank you so much for the invitation that you've given us as we got here. It has been a very warm and inviting entrance.
Seyi, you know, say Seyi is Oluwa Seyi. That's my name, Oluwa Seyi. And you can just say Chukwu Seyi. You'll still be saying the same thing. You know, Chukwu is Oluwa, I think, right? Chukwu. So people have been making mockery of that, like they have been mocking them online since morning. And I am like, that's interesting because the Ronukus have this Igbophobia that is incurable. So if Seyi's wife is Igbo, and somehow some people are already saying that Seyi is the next governor, how dare, even though that doesn't mean that she is going to actually run to be governor, though, yeah? Or maybe, you know, because they said that they are already wetting the ground for him. But I strongly believe that Seyi is not going to be governor. It's not even running to be governor. But this breaking news of endorsements from the coalition of Nigerian Youth Leaders, what does that even mean? Nigeria is not a real place, right? What does that even mean? Coalition of Nigerian Youth Leaders. Youth leaders of where and where? What is coalition of Nigerian youth leaders? Some of you believe that Seyi will be nominated and be the governor of Lagos. No, it's not going to happen. I am saying this because, not because I know their inner workings, right? But as you know, as horrible as the thiefnubu's clan as they are, they won't make that mistake. Okay, it's not going to. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's not going to happen. Okay, no matter how much he feels like he has possibly like enslave the people politically, he won't push his son, okay, they try to be too confident, or they speak with confidence over something that, oh, I'm trying to sound logical, where illogical people are at play. Anyway, I'll keep it to myself. So if that should happen, the Ronukus, the Lagos Abobakus, the Ponu Baatstards, they would have to find a means of spinning it and remove the Igbo from the Lebanese. Because what they are saying is that she's not Igbo. She is not Igbo. She is Lebanese Igbo. I was like, what the heck? So now if you say last, na Igbo Adama will be your first lady, whether you like it or not. If Chinedu become your governor, his wife will be an Adama Igbo. And if Seyinedu or Chukwu Seyi become your governor, you still have to wait till una go come do like this. She ni pokun so báyìí. Ṣọ́rọ̀ yóò ní lead sí pé bóyá ẹ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jẹ poison, I mean jẹ rat poison báyìí. Because it's not looking good for now. If this whole thing should play out last, ṣé kò ní já sí ikú òjijì báyìí? Ronukus. Abi na here una go queen gari, na here una go divide una gari with thiefnubu. If thiefnubu try it, if he try it, wetin you go do? I don't know. I'm just saying. Ṣé kò ní padà sí pé máa pokùn so báyìí last báyìí on top this Igbo obia báyìí? Because nature gets a way of trying to take care of things. Ṣé kò ní sí pé ẹ máa di mass pokùn so báyìí like because whether you know, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just asking. Probably it won't happen to you, Abi. Anyway, Mo will leave that. This young boy was caught on the street. I think he was in Lagos, sharp guy, right? Who now understands what the, you know that right now I've been told that a kilo, shina kilo you dey buy am. What do you call that one? A kg of gas, cooking gas, is now like about 1,500. It could do thiefnubu. I can be pamalekun. I can be oloko ide, oloko poison. Wo ikuti de lower you see wo ebi alapa dupe lotun losi. Jagaban Kerim. If they are selling a kg of cooking gas for 1.5 and they are selling a liter of kerosene, 2,000 naira. The other day I said something about kerosene. Maybe because when I was growing up, now waiting with the use cook be that, no be gas. Kerosene. So if you had stove, kerosene stove. So that was what I grew up, cooking with. And when it became tougher, we went to the abacha stove, sawdust, to cook. So and then a liter of kerosene was 10 naira. Highest, I think this was even still like in 2012, before I left Nigeria. A liter of kerosene was 40 naira per liter. Was it 40? Yeah, it was 40 naira per liter. Today, kerosene is 2,000 naira per liter. The cheapest cooking gas per kg is 1,250 naira. Some said it's already 1.5 somewhere. 1,250 naira kg of cooking gas. 1,200 naira a liter of petrol. Kuku kilos, kolu. That's what it's going to be like. And take a look at what a 200 naira meat, raw meat is.
Where you buy the meat? How much? 5,000. 5,000 naira.
Yeah.
For this kind of meat?
Yeah.
For this meat?
Yes. 200 naira.
This generation, come, look, this generation don't finish you.
Now Tinubu like us and our brother.
Who my brother? Now Tinubu. Me and Tinubu no relation now.
They relate to like the same language.
Now the same language?
Yes.
What do you want tell her make him do now? What do you want me to do for you?
Make Nigeria, they are today before.
Make him continue.
Make him don't continue. If he continue, hungry go kill all of them. Because hungry go kill Igbo people. Now Yoruba.
Now Yoruba? Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Hungry go kill everybody. And the Yorubas are already screaming about power anyway. The children knows what is going on as well. You can't be a child in that Nigeria and you won't know what is going on. I got to know a lot about what is going on in Nigeria at a very young age, probably maybe like 8, 9. I already knew that country no be for me. As a little boy, I love the walk to try to feed myself, feed my family in a little boy, as young as maybe 8, 9, no joke. When I turned 13, I was already a man. Yeah, I was already a man, negotiating. Yes, sir. How much are you going to collect to clear this place? So give us 250. See your mouth, 250. See your mouth like 250. We'll give you 150. Oh yeah, go and get your cutlass. This one is like a 2 days job. Give us 200. Say okay. Pay you 200. As a little boy, I don't negotiate how to, to work and earn something. Except if your papa and mama be custom officer, police officers, and even if your papa and mama be police officer, they have to be police IG before you can pretend not to know what is going on. Economically, around you, it's every day. Children, they are the most victims of the bad leadership in that contraption. Children are the victims. Their papa, their mama who can't really afford to kind of give them a good life. And they are there witnessing it as the economic fortune of their parents continue to dwindle. And some of us grew up hoping that we could help our parents and say, and if I grew up like this, if I graduate and I have to buy my mama, I need to build my mama a house, I need to buy my mama car, I need to buy this, because you'll be dreaming to try to want to take them out of what you are going through, and you don't want your own children to go through the same. Someone sent me this clip from River State, and it just reminded me of how much indoctrination that can happen to children who probably knows less of the villains and the heroes, the political fight or rivalry between political gladiators, but how easy they can be indoctrinated into taking side even without knowing. This one is from River State. I like this song though.
What will happen to you? You end up as a video.
I want to thank my governor. Fubara, similar Fubara. Show me the way that is government house. Show me the way that is Show me the way that is government house. I want to thank my governor. Fubara, similar Fubara.
like I said, if you went to public school where most indoctrination takes place, all right, we have had to sing for criminals as heroes when we were also growing up. Africa Wahala, did you go to public school? What about you? Director Scott? I think majority of us did go to public schools, right? Where we sang for genocidists, treasury looters, murderers, drug smugglers, and other economic saboteurs. What did we know? We sang with so much joy as a public school students. And today, those children are being indoctrinated into what they have no full idea of. Somehow they do, because their parent talks about the political development in Rivers State and on and on and on. And as it does, as it goes, right? I have had to line the streets. Yeah, I've had to line the streets waiting for, the likes of Babangida, the likes of Abacha. I have lined the streets waiting for Abdusalami Abubakar for hours because he was passing through the Ijebus, that Shagamu. It was coming, I think it was coming from Benin or so, Edo State. So it was going to pass through Ijebu, Odogbolu, Shagamu on his way to Lagos. And we all lined the streets, holding flag. Abdusalami Abubakar, Abacha, General Sonny Abacha. Primary school, secondary school, I was lining streets. I lined the streets to wave flag for criminals, okay, as a public student, public school student. It is what it is. It is called indoctrination. Look at us today. We now know better. We do. So on that note, we will draw the curtain this evening on this segment. We're going to go to the segment of taking calls because there are people who want to react to this, and you are welcome to. But remember, that segment is proudly sponsored by the Yarosolola's Digital. I understand that we've had a few members of this platform that have not just only signed up to this, training opportunity. They have actually took it further to establish their own business. So I am going to be inviting some of you onto Mayegun's Diary Politico to come and tell us what you think so far and the trust that you have, you have in not just Mayegun, but in the entire process. So if you are looking for a business opportunity where you are going to be your own boss, right? Like I've been told, okay, you can also have this on a part-time basis to start with. You don't really have to leave your job or leave your business or whatever you do right now right away. Okay, you can run this on a part-time side. And then if it is what you think you want, right, then nobody will tell you, okay, to go fully for it. So if you want to know more, looking for a source of, an extra source of income, legit, okay, scan this QR code on your screen, scan it, go onto that website, sign up. It will cost you $149 to sign up. Now, if you later feel like you don't want to do this, okay, you have a chance of canceling it and getting your money back. That is, the icing on it, which means you will lose nothing. Okay, so thank you so much to the Yarosolola's, Digital, and to the rest of you who have actually checked them out as well. So I am going to be back in a minute or two, but if you really do have to leave, just remember, like the broadcast, share it, all right? And if you have one or two things to say, to add to this chat this evening, then grab your phone, WhatsApp call only, and call in, and I will be having that chat when I come back. Thank you.
You get it?
Okay.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Thank you so much, brethren. And thanks to those of you who have actually really liked the broadcast. That's your offering. So you see, we have over 1,500. Sometimes you get like 2,000, Templars joining us on the program. Majority of us are just never going to drop that offering like the broadcast. It is the easiest thing to do, like the broadcast, So anyway, I have my first caller this evening, and that is the Prince Jejima, representing
IPOB for life.
That's him. How are you, sir?
Baba, I'm fine, sir. How you doing?
Well, I did hear they try to be myself for.
Well done, well done. My side they cool, well done, good job.
Thank you very much. The Prince.
My regard to family,
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, today is a great one. Thank you for.
We decided to leave all the politicians out for tonight and talk more about those who are supposed to keep us safe, but they are mostly doing everything that put our lives in serious danger. The police and the customs.
I'm telling you, Baba. That's the reason why I'm calling. Say when I was in the zoo, I've entered inside the world, as fella used to say. It's when you enter their hand, they carry you enter their cell. Now inside the world with that. When you come outside and outside the world.
Outside world.
So I don't encounter them, Baba. You see, you get why I say make a call. One of my this is my bosom friend. He was traveling some time ago. This Bini bypass when you are going to the east.
Yep.
He was traveling to the east. So what happened was there are some police that stays in that Bini bypass. Most of them are armed robbers that are on that way. Do you know what they did to this my brother?
What?
They arrested him. They asked him for a particular. He gave them everything. They arrested him with two other persons like that. There are three. At the end of the day, by and by, they have, when they saw he's traveling, he has things on his boot that he's using to travel. They just told him that he's going to give them 50,000 naira. You understand? Yes, as at that time, my brother. And my brother was like, for what? What offense did I commit? He didn't know that he was talking to thieves, armed robbers in uniform. He thought that is regular police. He didn't know that that is a hand. Do you know that what they did? At the end of the day, after wasting his time for almost 2 to 3 hours, he saw that these people, they are not, stepping down. They said that if it's not 50,000, this and that. He brought out 10,000 to give them. They said that if that 10,000, if he wave it at them again, they are going to ask him to chew the money and swallow it. You understand? I'm telling you. Then what they did finally was, they told him that they are not taking money from him again, that they are going to the station. For what? This thing. Say when you get to station, you know your offense. Because this is how they carry 3 of them with their cars. They were going. Suddenly, where they are passing just a bush path.
Nobody road to station.
I'm telling you, until they get to one place that there's a batter there, they just packed all of them. At the end of the day, my brother, They took all the money that he's using to travel. They took all the money from him, including some of the valuables in his cars. They now that before they now discharge him, it was going to 7 o'clock. Somebody arrested around they kidnapped. I was otherwise not arrest again. Or around was it 3
In the
p.m.
afternoon, no.
in the afternoon. It was around 7 a.m. It was getting dark. Yeah, this my brother told me that very day he thought that he's already dead. They told him that the other people that they may not come back, that he should just, as they stole all that money from him, he just told him, oh yeah, don't look back, enter your vehicle and just
drive away.
go.
Or else we go just shoot you from behind.
I'm telling you, this was the kind of threat they gave to him, and he
That's
has
why
to
I said
drive
that except someone who has never been in that situation before, you can easily just say, no, you can stand your ground, prove your right. No, you have not met Nigerian police. So I mean, you can easily tell somebody who never met Nigerian police. If you have met them in their criminal act, you won't talk like that. They are more deadlier than proper criminals.
Do you know when the Nigerian police became so bastardized was when during the time of Balogu, who see fire for fire.
Balogun, Tapa Balogun rather. Mustafa.
Yes. That police officer where they say na fire for fire.
Operation Fire. I mean, was that not the time they are doing Operation Sweep?
Yes, the Operation Sweep.
Operation Bale in Oyo. Operation Sweep in Lagos. Operation Operation this, Operation that time.
Their motto
they gave
that
them
time.
License to kill that time. True.
Their motto that time is written with fire for fire. Something like that. Mayego, that was the time they recruited half of the armed robbers in Nigeria was recruited into police. I'm telling you, since that time, Mayegu, forget it. If they want to make Nigerian police to be a police of the people, they have to disband everybody, go home, and they start in fresh recruitment. This I'm telling you from IG Dano. I'm telling you, Mayegu.
Because most of those people that time, they don't be senior police officers now.
Now it's in Nigeria. If you know how to commit crime, now that's how they promote you.
That's how they promote you.
If not so, how did that guy, this one that was selling drug, what was his name? How did he get to the Abakiyare, the one you told us that took somebody hotel, killed the person, and they're running the hotel behind.
He killed the guy. That's the story. He killed the guy. That the guy na kidnapper. He won't escape. Because the guy won't bribe. Okay, so he won't escape. So he kill him. He can't take over in hotel. Took his cars for himself. He hired people that they deliver to Abakiyari. Suspect hotel that they pay Abakiyari. They hire people. God damn it, man.
Where that one happened? Is it not from the east? That's what is going on in the eastern region of Biafra land. That's what Nigeria, the war that Nigeria is fighting against the Igbos, against the Biafrans. That is the terrorism going on. It's still going on as we are speaking. That's how they want us to remain in Nigeria. Mayegu is the last man standing. We are not going to back down until Biafra is restored. That is our own. Mayegu, thank you so much for the good work you are doing.
Thank you so much for stopping
God
by
bless
as well.
you.
The Prince.
God bless you, Baba.
Stay safe,
Respect.
okay, and take it easy, man. Yes. So that's Prince JJ Man representing IPOB, of course. See, somebody has already said that before. Okay, I've had people who have said that. One man. Another true story of the Nigeria police criminality. Okay, it's a long one. Okay, it's a long time ago. So and it happened very close to Bagada in Lagos, and I grew up partly in the Lupeju in Lagos. So Obanikoro, Koka, and then, all those areas kind of, okay. So this one happened in Bagada. This man was is suspected, okay. In fact, it's actually two stories, and I don't want to mix them together. The first one, a guy who happened to be a businessman, a contractor, so to say. He was leaving Nigeria. He was traveling, going to the airport. So as he was driving from Bagada, going on straight to that Oshodi side, he ran into, he suspected that he was being followed. And he just kept driving until he drove himself straight to the police. He saw police checkpoints, he just drove to them and he ran to them. And then he was like, he's being followed, he's being followed. And the police were like, okay, we have to check you. So when they checked the trunk of his car, right? He had some hard currencies there, okay? Probably like thousands of dollars in his briefcase, in the trunk of his car. So the policemen spoke to themselves that this guy has money in his car. True story, right? The next thing, they called him again to come and show them his boot. He was like, I've already opened my boot. I know that. So come and open it again. As he went to the back to open the boot for them, they shot him and they killed him there. They took his money. And when they took his money, all right, the next thing, they took his body to their station. They called the media that last night, the police engaged in shootouts with some armed robbers along Bagada, Oshodi, Daha Expressway. Okay? And the armed robbers sustained injuries, but one of them was killed in the gunfire. Others just escaped with gunshot wound. This man was supposed to call his family when he got to the airport. He didn't call them. And he would normally call his family when he gets to his destination as well. He didn't call. So they were looking for him for a few days. So they were looking at police stations, looking at mortuaries at some point. I think it was like a week later. They had now discovered that the body of a man they deposited in one of the mortuaries was the person they have been looking for. And now they told them that he's an armed robber. And he has the police deposited his body as an armed robber. I said, what? Armed robber? Bao? How can he be? He's not an armed robber. In fact, he had a briefcase of money that was traveling with. That was when the Kasala burst. So the family, probably like well-to-do, to some extent, now launched a probe. That was when, and what actually exposed them more was the fact that that checkpoint where the police officers claimed they engaged with armed robbers, it was an official checkpoint, which is like, if you go to their rota, they will say, I got a checkpoint. We should the checkpoint. So there were those who were assigned there. So they had to call the police officers out. So it was then they discovered that tens of thousands of dollars that the man was traveling with has not just only disappeared, they've shared the money, including their DPO. True story. You should find it online. Somebody who suspected that some people were following him. And then he saw police and he ran to them. Another story is another person who came back. This one too is also a true life story. This guy came back to Nigeria. And this was before the advent of all this GSM, where you could actually call people with your mobile phone and say, you are here, come and pick me up and all that. It wasn't like now. So the guy arrived to Nigeria very late. Okay. And probably because he's left Nigeria for a while, It felt like if he couldn't check into a hotel and if he couldn't really get himself home that late, he could check into a police station. So he checked into a police station. And overnight, he was killed. Because in his bag and other stuff he brought in, those guys at the police station felt like, this guy seems like, he has no real identity, something like that. They robbed him, they killed him. And they also tagged him armed robber. An armed robber. Like, how could somebody who just returned into a country an armed robber? That can't be possible. So again, the family got the wind of it, raised the alarm, only to discover that the police officers at the station just thought in their own warped mind that whatever the foreign currency that he was holding and other stuff in his possession, that they could take it, and they took his life. So that is why I'm like, Omo, if I am somewhere, oh, hang on. Sorry that I lost that caller though. I have somebody waiting on the line. Anyway. If I am somewhere in that contraption and I suspect that armed robbers like, hey, stop, I'll just be like, hey, armed robber, okay, wait. I beg, no shoot me. Take everything, please. Because you know what? If armed robbers are chasing you and you run into the police checkpoint, you are advised, turn back and go to the armed robbers. Let them rob you. Armed robbers are likely not going to kill you if you give them what you want. But Nigerian policemen can kill you just to cover up their crime. And it is not new. They will even threaten you. We'll kill you, nothing will happen. You'll be like, no, please don't kill me. Officer, don't kill me. You say, we'll kill you now. I say, hey, me now. How could police officer be telling me that you will kill me? Nothing will happen. I will shoot you. I'll be like, how can you say that? And truly, if you have met the SARS, have you met the SARS guys? Normally, you are not supposed to meet them. SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. I think that's their name. Normal, you are not supposed to meet a SARS ever, except you are an armed robber. An armed robber. Armed robber means you are hardened criminal. You are carrying AK-47 to rob people. You are the type of, if you are an armed robber, now you're supposed to meet SARS. Not you with dreadlock, carrying a laptop. You are not supposed to meet SARS. But guess what? SARS had a special recruitment to back up what Prince Jejeman said. SARS, the only criteria for you to become a SARS officer is to be a cultist or an armed robber. See, true story. You have to be an hardened criminal because to them, it's going to be your second opportunity. Let's give you another chance. So if you are a cultist and you are in jail, okay, or you have been to jail as an armed robber, and you want a second chance in life, Nigeria police will hire you as a SARS officer. True story. So that is why when you see them, they are pretty much about violence, aggressive, totally unprofessional, and it's always in their DNA. Okay, to want to take a life, and they'll tell you, "I'll kill you." Nothing will happen. Hello there.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for asking. And this is
Odogu. This is Odogu.
This is Odogu.
It's been a long while, brother.
I know. I bet you have always been, a silent watcher for a while too. Thanks so much
I
for
watch
calling
you
in.
every day. Yeah, thank you.
Please, sir.
Well, I want to just talk about just one incident or maybe two, and then I'll talk about something that, from my experience now. First of all,
good.
The Nigerian police killed my dad.
So sorry.
The Nigerian police shot my dad. Till today, no justice. I was just 8 years old.
Wow.
They were asking him for bribe, and he refused. And then he thought that when the guy moved, and then he thought that maybe everything, was over. As soon as my dad drove out, they fired him from behind. And the gun went through the back windshield, crossed the headrest, and smashed his brain.
Damn.
Till today, my dad, no justice has been served. Nobody was sacked. Nobody has been held culpable for that. That is just gone. Secondly, I had an incident. I was coming back from the airport, and then these guys stopped myself and my brother. The moment they saw that I was, everything changed. They started demanding for money. They called myself and my brother kidnappers because I was in a hurry. In fact, they seized my phone, seized everything, and started searching my stuff. Took every money that I had. So I started, they put you in such a way that you have to. They robbed me. So I started negotiating. For me, I was like, no, we'll go wherever we want to. My brother was like, man, this is not worth it. Whatever, if they take you to the station, you are going to be a dead man. So my brother sat on the side and negotiated. These guys collected 1.6 million right away. They wanted foreign currency. My brother was the one who negotiated with them and then gave them that money from his own account. That was how we left. Now, I want to say this, and I hope every Nigerian is listening. If Nigerians don't stop this, it will never stop. If I know what I know now, honestly, if you kill my dad, I will launch an attack on whatever station that person came from, and I'll make sure that I'll kill that person. And I'm asking every Nigerian, if they kill your family member, don't let them get scot-free. They have family. Go after them. Take your own revenge. Don't wait for justice. Justice is biased in Nigeria. This is what I'm telling every Nigerian. I'm saying this as a victim because I was robbed. My mom was 28 years old. I was 8 years old. They killed my dad. He was 34 years old when they killed him. So if I know what I know now, I will go to that police station and kill anybody that I see there. I'll just take some guys and go in. There's so much guns all over the place in the country. Go and get a gun. Go kill them. This is what I'm telling any Nigerian. Any policeman who kills your family member, don't let them go. Go and kill. Go and take your revenge.
There's no justice. There's no justice coming your way or anybody's way.
None at all. None at all. Because the reason why I'm saying this is just the beginning. The only language the Nigerian government and the forces running Nigerian government understand is the force of force.
Violence for violence.
Violence for violence. Do you understand me?
So if you don't give them what they are giving you, how were you even able to process it at the age of 8? Your dad at the age of 34, your mom at the age of 28, a young widow at that age, and a young boy, which they just come and say, well, your dad is no more.
My brother, this will change my family forever. Like we are seven in number. This will change the trajectory of my family. 7 children, changed our family forever. If I dare Nigeria and they touch me, I swear, I'll let them have whatever they want, but I'll go back there.
Okay.
I'll go back there and kill every one of them. And this is what I'm telling every Nigerian youth. Stop shying away from these people. Find a gun somewhere. If you can't find a gun, go and borrow. If any Nigerian policeman touches you or your family member, go after them and kill them. Because you will never get justice. This is what I'm going through. My family was set back to Stone Age. My father was an importer. My father was an importer. He was making his money. He's only
a young man, a young man at that age, doing everything he could legally, only to be terminated just in his prime. That's what happened.
They just killed him just like that. I was 8 years old. So, the only thing I'm telling my brother, the only thing I'm telling every Nigerian, thank you, my brother, thank you. I'm telling every Nigerian youth, if they touch your family, please, don't go back to what I went through. I was just a young boy. I couldn't handle a gun. If I was in Nigeria now and they touch my family, I swear I will go back and kill. That's what I'm saying.
Bless you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I am so sorry. I don't think 1 million sorries is going to actually fix that. But I'm glad that you've managed to turn yourself and your life around to what you are today, because there are so many people that never recovers. And that's it, damage forever. I'm so sorry once again, man.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you so much, and you stay safe, Baba. All right?
Thank you.
And if you think that you have been through it, if you hear other people say personal stories of what Nigeria has done to them, Nigeria actually damages us. If you look around and see what Nigeria has done to a lot of us, if you are to really react according to them, sincerely speaking, that's why somebody said that, we should be great. I mean, we should be thankful that we don't look like what we have been through. That is the highest of it all. 7 children for a 28-year-old, young woman turned widow. And that's true. The trajectory of the life of everyone will automatically change. Now, look at somebody who has been living with that for years. Damn. Hello.
Hello, General. Good evening.
African Wahala. Prince Adewale, how are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, sir. I had to call in to chip in.
I thought I have heard it all. That one really get to me. I won't lie to you.
Man, to the brother that spoke, my condolences to you and to all other Nigerians that have been through similar life-changing situations. I'm so sorry that this happened. It's unfortunate that we come from according to the words of Adiola, a dystopian. Nigeria is a dystopian society that keeps on giving. We see how the custom officers are working with smugglers. We see the police are armed robbers. Also, Nigeria is a criminogenic society, in the words of Seun Kuti. A criminogenic society is such that your only chances of thriving are if you are a criminal. So if you try to be a good person,
did you see those
your chances of thriving?
Those whistleblowers, did you see what the smugglers did to them? It is a sin to be law-abiding in a lawless society.
It is. So people are incentivized to keep on partaking in criminal activities, because if you don't, you will suffer. Your family will be molested. You will be punished if you choose to be a law-abiding citizen. And I'm not saying it's that way for everybody, but for the most people that choose to be law-abiding citizens, they suffer. It's only a tiny fraction of law-abiding citizens in a criminogenic society like Nigeria that do well. So Nigeria encourages everybody to be a criminal. And that's just the fact. It's unfortunate, but that's just the country that we have. And that's why we are angry. For people around the world that are listening to this program, some people don't really understand why Nigerians are no longer patriotic. We are probably one of the least patriotic people in the world. Even Afghanistan citizens, even Somali citizens, Iraq, Syria, they love their country, but we don't even consider ours as a country. It's a contraption. And for those that say, oh, well, but many other countries were created by invaders, and those countries are doing good, and the current inhabitants are proud of their country. Yes, in our own case, it's not that way. And we are not proud of the contraption, because the only thing it does to the vast majority of us is destroy our lives. So, like the last caller said, unfortunately, I agree. It's only violence. And people might be surprised this is coming from the African Wahala, but I've come to that conclusion a while ago, but I try to still see if there is a way other than violence to get out of this mess that we're in. But there is no other way. It's only violence. Otherwise, we're going to continue getting crushed, and we're going to continue to jackpot, and we're going to continue to complain, because Nigeria will continue to destroy lives. Thank you so much, my General.
Brother, thank you very much as well for, filling in the gap for me there. I would have become so speechless after listening to what Odogu just shared, because me, I have this imaginary mind. It's so powerful, right? That when my mind begins to play the scenario, right? I can't imagine what it was like for a young Odogu at the age of 8. Okay, and then they brought back the news. His father was not a criminal. He wasn't an armed robber. He wasn't engaged in anything illegal. But yeah, he was just a normal young man in his prime, and just like that, they took him away from them.
That's it.
So thank you so much for calling in the African Wahala.
Thank you. Thank you, my General.
Have a good one, Baba.
Yes, sir.
If all of us begin to rehearse what Nigeria has taken away from us, there is no way you are going to beat your chests and scream that you are a proud Nigerian, except if you have a mental health problem. Nigeria stole our youth. Nigeria stole our childhood. It stole our youth. And majority of us are just existing for the existence sake. The criminals who have been mortgaging our lives are not having any kind of remorse, regret, or anything. They just believe that as long as they have always been okay, which they believe they will always be okay, as long as they are okay, the rest of us are just pure, cry babies. They'll tell you that, my friend, man up, grew up. And so many other things they used to say to us whenever you try to express your disgust and disappointment in a system, in a supposed system that was supposed to take care of you. From our childhood, they steal everything away from us. Only a few of us will actually reach our potential in life. And it's going to be due to self-sacrifices, not because of this. The system is more or less like a weapon fashioned against us. There's no way you know what or understand what Nigeria has taken away from us, stolen from us. And then you still look back and say, you are a proud Nigerian. Something must be wrong with you. Here is a caller. Hello.
Hello, Mario. Thanks so much.
How are you?
For picking up my call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll say once more, we're so fortunate to actually have your program. Because it's just the only place smart people get their news. There's no doubt about that. The last guy that called about his dad, oh my God.
At the age of 8.
Still trying to process. I was about shedding tears. Like, oh my God. We have licensed. We just have uniform people.
There are tens of thousands of people like that. Children whose childhood were stolen from them. They have to grow fast. Women
If
who
you
were
open
come
up
to
your
widows
calls, oh
at their
my
prime.
God. If you open up your call to the whole Nigerians, I guarantee you 60% will come out and tell you, look,
Their story.
what's the back? They'll tell you their story, and it's going to be horrible. They'll tell you horrible stories. And the last thing the guy said, look, if they go after your family, I think I called this some time ago. I said the only thing we could use to take out these people, we have to go with all, because I've checked the whole revolution. Everybody that actually went through one form of revolution or the other, they never went to the table to sign any form of paper.
No.
They never went to the table. We have to somehow take this. Look, the only thing they know is just force. We've said the time without number. That guy said, if they go after your family, please don't hold back. Take your own pound of flesh. Don't hold back. Because if you keep on, you can't get any form of justice in Nigeria. Which where? Do not hold back. I totally 100%. If there's anything more than 100%, I totally agree with him. Take your own pound of flesh. Do not go and maybe shoot them on the leg. Take your own pound of flesh. There's no point. We're not playing a game because it's getting worse. It's not changing. Nothing is changing.
No, as it
They
was
prayed,
40 years ago, it's the same today,
It's still the
and it's
same
almost
thing.
going to be forever.
I totally agree. We'll take our own pound of flesh because it's getting out of hand. I can't even just process what that guy just said. I'm still dazed. I'm still confused. Like, what now?
And if people you are right, if people open up what Nigeria has taken from them, if they open up, a lot of us will be dazed, like you said. Like you just be like,
a friend of mine called like 2 days ago. The same thing you just said. If you do anything legal, you're wasting your time. You can't do anything legal, and you
in a lawless society,
you can't. You have to do something illegal.
Did you see that? Did you see the video of those whistleblowers on the smugglers?
I did. I saw. I was like, oh my God. Oh my!
Like, I mean, those guys will just be there. Like, were they trying to be patriotic by alerting the authority that something is happening, only for the authority to release their identities to these guys, and they beat them so bloody that they posted it on social media.
Yeah, but whoever it is that is the boss of the is it custom? They get some kind of kickback from those guys.
They do.
So probably maybe those guys are actually exposing so many times. Probably the money is not coming like it used to, and they had to it looks like these guys they are cutting a corner. They are cutting corners in such a way that we're not getting what we should get, and they have to release their videos and you need to stop these guys because we're not getting the money like we used to.
Damn.
So it's a hellhole. I'm sorry to say it's a hellhole, and do not hold back. Another thing I actually wanted to even say earlier was, if there's any country that you have if any country where you have Lebanese, Indians, Chinese run their industrial sector, go and check it. They use the people as like slaves, and nothing really comes out of that country. I don't know if anybody is noticing that. If you have Lebanese, Chinese, and the Indians, they overrun the sector of the industrial sector of that country and use the people as slaves. And at the end of the day, you think the people will get richer. They don't. They don't. So I don't know where we don't have leaders.
Like all these guys who are stealing Nigeria's money, billions and billions of it.
Oh my God.
And they will never invest same in manufacturing sector and in any productive sector in Nigeria. They would rather just take the money out.
How?
And then they left the country for the Lebanese, like you said, the Chinese, to use the children of your own citizens as casual laborers in their own country.
There's no way I'm going to bring my $1 million to Nigeria. What will I get from it?
I won't risk it. I make it $1 million legitimately, except if I actually have the blood money.
What will I get in exchange to that? What will I get? What industry will I run to make? If I put my money into stock exchange, if I give it 10 more years, I guarantee you I probably will be making almost 200,000 or maybe even $500,000 on it. So it will be a waste of time. So there's nobody that is bringing any factory or any industry to Nigeria. There's nobody that will bring any form of investment. It's a total loss. So I listened to the idiot you were interviewing yesterday, like the idiot that was saying
talking nonsense.
Oh my God! I just like these are the guys, and it's so I feel so ashamed that these people are Yoruba and are like. Don't we even have any smart Yoruba anymore? Did you notice during Obasanjo, do you know the people that actually run the economy of Nigeria? During all that, they are the Igbos. And I wouldn't say they are perfect, but at least measurably, they actually did a
that was the time that Nigeria actually had any recorded growth, so to say, economically.
Under Obasanjo, under Obasanjo, they were Igbos that ran it. Under Jonathan, they were Igbos that ran it. Then when we had these criminals, these vampires,
clannish criminals,
and if I even brought in the smart, okay, Yoruba, it's Yoruba stone. Okay, bring in the Yoruba, the smart Yoruba. Look at Wale Eju. That guy make in 2 minutes. Just tell him to make some sentence. You just will not. One of them, you can't just understand what he's saying. Listen to the other idiot, the one that runs the central bank. It's a shock. Yeah, it's a shock that the Yorubas, they just
those are not the best friends from the Yoruba land, of course.
Yeah, we're being relegated. Oh my God.
He won't.
He's not. He's not going to hire the best ones because he knows that those guys will actually, they're like, look, we can't deal with this because we'll start looking stupid to start running the economy the way you want us to run it. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much as well, man.
Take care, sir.
Okay, bye, just take it easy, all right? You have a good one.
Have a good one.
I mean, it is what it is. If you put it, mildly, what people say, like Nigeria is effed up, and I really do feel sorry for some of the younger people in that place. They are mortgaging their future as we speak. They are stealing their childhood, they are stealing their youth. And a lot of them will just wake up and they will be in their 50s. And everything is gone. They've got nothing to show for it. Hello, Baba.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you, Baba?
Fine, thank you. I think people are starting to see what makes me depressed on a daily basis. I heard the last few callers, there's a point of realization that, this thing has to be violent. I've been saying this for the past 3 years. Almost 6 years ago, I said, this Nigerian army, because I was in the Air Force, I know our capabilities. I said, this Boko Haram is being sponsored by government. People were arguing with me. Nobody wanted to hear what I was saying. In fact, they blocked me. They removed me from group chats. I said, if these people outside Nigeria can behave like this, I cannot go back to that country now. 3 years passed. I tried to fight for Nigerians. They went behind my back to go and meet their oppressor, to go and say sorry. You are going back to today. Little by little, people are realizing that, we cannot be civil with these people. We have to be violent. However, it is only the people on the internet, outside abroad, that know this realization. Most of the people in Nigeria, if you talk to them about this thing, if you say all these things, they will argue with you, they will block you, they will not want to hear anything you have to say about being violent. Fela has already said it in a song. You are wearing suits, you are smelling like shit under the hot sun. They still believe they are living in a civil society. You go on internet, you still see people still going to court to go and fight like fools. Which pound of flesh? They are not ready at all. Unfortunately, it is very unfortunate. Over 90% of the population, 95% of the people, they are not ready. These people still listen to radio. These people still read newspaper. Now, they cannot even afford internet to be able to understand what is going on in their country. They still believe it is a tribal war. Go on Twitter right now. I see Yoruba pages insulting Igbo pages. I see Igbo pages. These people are fighting for engagement. They don't care what happens to the country. These people on Twitter, Let the country burn down. They don't care. And they are desperate because they need that money. Maybe they are getting sponsored by government, we don't know. Maybe they are just doing it for the engagement, but we don't know. So the lack of information is just getting worse and worse, and people are just look over
They are
200
easily
million people.
distracted as well, easily.
Yes. So they are not ready at all. See, when they are diaspora, we are just realizing what Nnamdi Kanu was talking about maybe almost 10 years ago. We are too late.
See
Many Nigerians,
how much time we have wasted.
so
And
much
then
time.
we are still not even catching up, though.
Well, exactly. Now look at these foolish APC people. So that we in the diaspora cannot talk, they started paying people in the diaspora to form fake diaspora group. Saying that people in diaspora are supporting them. As in, these people are bloody, pure evil. I call them evil genius. After I call them evil genius, somebody called after to come and say, they are not genius. How can somebody rigged the election and forced you out of the country strategically? They beat you, they wiped you out on the floor, and you said that they are not evil genius? These people are evil genius. If you want to beat them, you have to be more violent than they are. You have to be more strategic than they are. If they shoot you one gunshot, you have to be ready to shoot them 5 times, 10 times. You cannot just sit down there and watch them. Till people are ready to be more violent than these people, nothing will change. And even after all this, and we are saying we want to separate our country, I can't agree. I cannot live in the same country with people like MC Oluomo. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. We have to look for a way to deal with all these criminals, because even if the country separates, all of them are just going to separate and follow us. Yes. These people are committing treason. What is the punishment? When you take the natural resources and you use it to enrich yourself, when you take the state resources and you use it to enrich yourself, you are the same level as an
Exactly, that's treason.
That is treason. And what is the punishment for treason in our own Nigerian constitution? It is fine. They have to buy you. So all these politicians, they should not be living. They should not. When as a Nigerian civilian ever buyed a Nigerian politician? Never. Until that happens, until a Nigerian citizen buys a Nigerian politician, then that country will never change. Never. If you want to change the country, yes, and you're outside Nigeria and you cannot wait for these people in Nigeria to have common sense. You have to gather money and you have to be ready to face this politics. Either you sabotage them outside Nigeria, make sure that they are never comfortable living outside Nigeria. You find these people's properties, you find these people's investments, and you look for a way to make sure the authorities seize everything. You make their life a living hell, or be ready to sponsor mercenaries to enter that country. That is the only way. Because these people in Nigeria, they are not. And I hear a lot of people calling and say, "Oh, people in Nigeria, they are asking for money. They don't even use it well." Look at their environment. I can't really blame them. Look at their environment. Everybody is working based on desperation. Just because some people are wearing shoes does not mean they are not beggars. They are just trying to not lose their mind. That is the only reason why they are pretending to live in a civil society. If not, it will turn into total chaos.
And it's
total chaos.
That anyway. So
look, they are victims of their society because.
Thank you very much.
You know,
okay, we'll keep saying it, and the day is coming when all these things we are talking about will be reality. I am very, very strongly, strong-minded about that. It's just going to be a matter of time, right?
I believe some people will not be able to wait. Somebody has to take action.
Something is going to trigger something too, I believe. And that's why I want these guys to continue what they are doing. Sure, you get.
Yeah.
They have to continue this wickedness. They have to continue this lawlessness. This I don't careism, right? Because if they should stop, right, that could give them a bit of a time to recover. And people will kind of feel like, you know what, it's not necessary anymore. They are now doing the right thing. So I don't want them to stop, because they don't look like they will stop anyway. So we shall see. Solo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a
good night.
Okay, nice one. We have just how many minutes to go? I think we do, because we didn't start early enough. right? So we have just about 3 minutes to go. Now, if any call comes through now, I will take it. And if it doesn't, we'll call it a night. So opinions of people on this platform, reactions to happenings in the contraption from personal experience and on like that, right? They are just out there, they're just here for all of us to possibly reflect on. I will say it that way, but let me take this before I give my closing remark. Yeah, I have Ponu. Hello.
Good evening, my able.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
How are you? How is your family?
Well, we are fine. Oh, thanks so much for asking. How are you?
Fine and doing great.
Bless you. Please.
Very, very, very good broadcast.
It is an emotional one this evening, honestly speaking. Odogu just took me to where I know won't be. It's like carry me go where I know expect. And all of us actually felt it this evening.
I don't have much to say. All I have to say is following your broadcast and about the smuggling and everything and the extortion and all the rest. I've always told people, don't think. You see, it's like what is happening in Nigeria. From Tinubu down to the local government chairman and the people working under local government chairman, all of them are corrupt. And not only that, apart from them, the religious people and the people you mentioned today, like Inspector General of Police, it's not that he knows what is happening, because that's why the police people, they are ready, and the military, they are ready to come out to stop the civilians, because their income is not being generated by the federal government. It's what they get on a daily basis that they used to eat. It's not that the thing is not biting them, it's biting them. But because they have guns and arms to oppress the civilians. So what is their own? If a policeman or a military man or even Navy, look at what Tompolo said recently, that is the Navy people that is aiding the oil test. So it's very common. The oppressed is helpless, even though they are doing on their own part, But because if everyone, like one of the northern senators said, why not allow people to carry arms? If everybody carry arms, you will see that all this rubbish will stop. That's what I believe. If I have a gun, you have your own. Everybody has his own. You can't oppress me. Do you understand what I mean? That's the best thing that fits Nigeria. It's the best thing, because it is a lawless country. Nothing is happening there.
I mean,
you're on your own.
It's like a jungle where the stronger animals are feeding on the weakest animals,
yes.
And it happens every day. What you have to do is just to make sure that you are not a victim.
Yeah, that's the way the country is structured. So the less privileged have no say. They can't get justice. Nothing. So you are just wasting your time. And that's why majority of them and the people doing all this criminality, on Sunday you see them go to church. That's the funny thing about it. On Sunday you see them go to church. What are they going to do? To give thanks because they have robbed people. That's all. And they are praying for God to help them get customers to rob the next day. So it's Nigeria. I'm just tired of that.
I do. You see, I said something about the young people who are the victims right now. The story of Odogu, for example, there are young children who have become victims today too. They are younger right now. Nigeria is happening to them, and it is not their fault. It's not their fault that they are born in Nigeria. Nobody have any choice of where to be born or to which parents you are to be born, right? But you are in Nigeria, and as the things turn out, as it is turning out right now, the majority of the victims of all this stuff, all this bad, leadership, failed government, and all of this, right? They are children. They are children that some of them will never probably survive it to come and tell their story, like Odogu just did.
Let me tell you something about you see what is happening in the political sphere in Nigeria.
I deal with you.
It is even worse in the religious sect. It's worse, but a lot of people may not understand it. Worse. Because they are fighting each other. If you go to look at what Ebedamina is doing, a lot of them are against it. Even he himself has confessed that he used to be part of them, but he's now changed. So he wants to preach the real gospel. So all those things they are doing in Nigeria is just they are using Jesus and using God as a camouflage, to do what they are doing. They are not better than the politicians. They are the same birds of the same feather, So it's.
Thank you very much, man. And for always, though, because you are always like staying up so late, and it seems not to even be missing anything at all. But thank you for that, all right?
I don't, even if I'm listening and I fall asleep, the next day I will finish the listening and so you always, it's not easy to stay awake and to do this program. So why wouldn't I be, at least, although I'm not interested in anything Nigeria, and I'm not even going back in the near future. So nothing interests me, seeing all the things that are happening, even though people are saying when they travel, it's not as bad as this. But those things are rubbish to me, because I don't want to go to a place where I will be stopped by the police and it's asking me money or asking me that.
I'll be fighting for my life in a twinkle of an eye.
I think I've told you this before. Police people have shot me and my wife one of the times we came back from Nigeria. And this happened in the 90s, not even in this 2000. This happened in the 90s.
Ponu, thank you very much, okay? And you have a good morning, because you are probably in the morning already there, right? So stay safe, okay? And send me one to the madam as well. You have a good one, Baba.
The same for you. Take care and God bless you.
Amen. You too. Thank you. That's a Paul from Cambodia, which is pretty much like a 5 or nearly 6 a.m. in the morning right now. So to everyone else on this, this channel, this evening or this morning or this night, I want to say a very big thank you to you. I'm going to see you again, and that will be tomorrow. Okay. I don't think I have much to add to it. I have endured listening to, I've shared what I believe is like, the rotten system that puts our lives in danger for those who care to actually reason that way. And then when people started sharing their own personal experience, there's one of them that really, really got to me. So I hope that if you are looking or thinking of what can be done, your own mind to fix this contraption, just remember that part where we still believe that the only solution to this whole mess is to break it up and save lives. There are many ways that you can kill a cat, they say, right? But just try and do it. So thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening or night or even morning. I am going to see you again, and good night.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Máyégún diary politico.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.